Hello, and welcome back to RISPN, or Rhetorical Analysis Sports Programming Network. I'm your host, Piper Barnhart, joined by my co-host, Sabit Islam.
Hello, I'm Sabit Islam, and today we will be looking back on the top 5 highlights of Florence Kelly during her comeback speech to her teammates of the National Women's Suffrage Association on Philadelphia on July 22nd, 1905, against children's working conditions.
Coming in at number 5, we have a touchdown push by Kelly stating, "We do not wish this. We prefer to have our work done by men and women, but we are almost powerless."
Kelly gets down after down with a repetition of the word "we." This repetition assists her in uniting the team of her and the Women's Suffrage Association together. Establishing the common ground that they are in this fight together helps to grasp the emotion of the audience, as well as encourage them to agree and fight for better working conditions for the children.
Truly excellent teamwork and leadership shown here.
Next, we see an impressive play by Florence Kelly where she makes a statement, "All the night through, in the deafening noise of the spindles and the looms spinning and weaving, cotton and wool, silks and ribbons for us to buy."
Here, Kelly effectively weaves in and out of her opponents, child labor, by narrating a descriptive story illustrating the overwhelming work American children had to go through just for the satisfaction of the American economy. This then entices her fellow teammates of the Women's Suffrage Convention to be more inclined to creatively communicate and weave around opponents to accomplish their goal of bettering children working conditions.
Kelly once again drives in a big point for her team through grabbing the audience emotional attention to see the hardships children are experiencing.
Coming in at our number 3 top play of the day, Florence Kelly gets a triple-double with an astonishing use of the phrase, "while we sleep." She begins stating, "Tonight while we sleep, several thousand little girls will be working in textile mills, all the night through." And North and South Carolina and Georgia place no restriction upon the work of children at night. And while we sleep, little girls. Lastly, she goes on to state, "A girl of 6 or 7 years, just tall enough to reach the bobbins, may work 11 hours by day or by night, and they will do so tonight, while we sleep."
This impressive triple play not only acknowledges the ignorance of the country among a rising issue in their children, but it also a metaphor for something much larger. In this play, Kelly uses the phrase, "while we sleep," to not just emphasize the fact that small children are working throughout the night, but also to imply that Americans' brains are asleep and naive to just how much pain kids are going through as they sit back and relax. This game set helps to encourage the Women's Suffrage Association to unite and work hard for the rest of the season to fight for laws lessening child labor.
Yes, honestly, great stats and gameplay being put up by Florence Kelly today.
Almost the top play of the day, but not quite rings, in at number 2 with Florence Kelly's breakaway dunk, all created through her intelligent gameplay and the incorporation of logic.
Kelly is really dominating the leaderboard today.
Yes, she is. She first begins this breakaway with a steal stating, "We have in this country 2 million children under the age of 16 years who are earning their bread. They vary in age from 6 and 11 years in the cotton mills of Georgia, and 8, 9, and 10 years old." This truly out of this world athlete starts of her entire game by emphasizing facts regarding how much of the country is affected by these poor child labor laws.
Then Kelly uses the steal to effectively work with her teammates down the court, stating, "No other portion of wage-earning class increased so rapidly from decade to decade as the young girls from 14 to 20 years." Kelly specifically incorporates this fact because she is aware of the attention it will gain from her teammates at the Women's Suffrage Association. Since her teammates are active supporters of women's rights, clearly they will be more inclined to support Kelly after hearing that the problem at hand extremely affects young girls. Florence Kelly's awareness of her audience and incorporation of logic based on that is best effective in making her the star player she is, creating the breakaway to this top 5 slam dunk play and convincing her teammates to fight for child labor rights. And finally, coming in at number 1, the top play of the day,
Florence Kelly's buzzer beater 3.
Kelly scores a 3 to win the game by establishing credibility among her team and hyping up the audience for the game in the final seconds. She does this stating, "And for the sake of our cause, we shall enlist the working men voters with us in this task of freeing the children from toil."
Finally, Kelly wins the game for her team by establishing a common ground with the phrase, "sake of our cause." This bring her and the Women's Suffrage Convention together to get absolutely hype about the game at hand and beating their opponent of extreme child labor. Kelly proves her athleticism by not only driving in the winning points, but being a leader, bringing her team together.
What an incredible player. Well, that is it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. This is Piper Barnhart
And Sabit Islam,
signing off.